What are you doing up there? What are you doing up there? You're so pretty. And so wait, no. And I like the.
It is currently 5:30 at night. Hello. It's been a long day. The priority of tonight is to edit 4 vlogs. I am started on one. It is 5:30 at night, so this is going to go immaculately. I was thinking to myself in my noggin up here, what would I do for a vlog if I did not vlog my work? And now I need to edit and then go to bed. So the idea is that I show you guys how I edit.
I recorded a new clip as an intro and outro because I forgot to do an intro and outro for this video. So I'm going to click and drag that into the bottom area down here. And I'm using Shotcut. And it's iffy, and I wouldn't be surprised if my computer's going to turn off a couple of times throughout this process because my computer is dying and it needs a new motherboard, which we are ordering. So Vlogmas has been rough. So I'm going to find where I say, welcome to Vlogmas day, blah, blah, blah. And that's where I'm going to cut it. So this is something right here that I really like. The audio waves are extremely helpful. And if you're having trouble locating like exactly where you want to cut it, the more you zoom in, the easier it is to see like all of the different weaves in and out. Oops. Oh, that was not the direction I was planning on going. Okay. So like I can see exactly where I want it. To cut it, you could either click this button over here, split as playhead, or, which doesn't make any sense. Like I did not understand the lingo when I first got this. I had to watch so many videos on how to use this program, and it's free. But yeah, you just hit S and it cuts it. So now I'm just clicking and dragging to give space for my intro little bit, which we're going to go make now. So now we're going to do our intro, which when I figured out how to do this, it was a very exciting day. I always wanted to have like intros where stuff was moving, but I didn't know how to do it. And I thought you had to like pay somebody to do it, which there are a lot of YouTubers who pay graphic designers to do their intros and stuff like that. And for a lot of those, I do think they are animated, but I figured out a little trick that you could do where things are going to move on your intros. But if you have no animation skills, you don't have to worry about it. So I'm not going to show you how I built this thing because that was a whole nother thing and it's already done. So basically, I have this saved. So this is my backdrop and I have different like text. So I have the ending for when I forget to do an outro, unless I can record a new outro. I can immediately turn those off by doing that. So now you just have the backdrop. All I have to do if I want to do my intro is open, like allow those. Obviously this says Vlogmas 18, which it is not. So all I have to do is come in here and change this to 19. And then I can save. And I save this one as intro A. Then after that, all I do is I open this. So all I have to do is turn it on or turn it off. And look at that, they move. We're gonna open file, which I know you can't see. We're just gonna open intro A. Double check that it says 19 because I messed up one time and did the wrong day, but I caught it before I uploaded it, so nobody else caught it. Anyways, I'm just gonna click that, drag it in here. So all I do is I drag this down to where it only lasts for that amount of time. It's not seconds, it's the thing after seconds, which I could be smart and look up, but I don't want to, so it's just when it's down to 12. I know that. And then I can remove the space between that, and then I can copy this. This will all make sense. Trust me. And then I go to the edge, and then I just paste till I have 5. Yeah. Trust me, this one makes sense. Then I open intro B, drag and drop in here. Wait for Shotcut to calm down. Then make this also 12, so it's the same size. Which also, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. Control X. Then I go in between each of these and I paste until there's 5. So there should be 10 total. When you play it, it looks like this. Ouch! And they move! Look at that! How cool is that? I think it's pretty cool. All right. Then basically this is just like the kind of long, grueling part. For the most part, I am just going to go ahead and sit here, watch some more Vlogmas, and just chop away at this video and then check in with you guys if I'm doing something interesting. A short little break. I just realized I'm going to add text this beginning one because, again, I didn't do an intro and I didn't actually end up talking to the camera. So because of that, I'm going to have to explain what the heck is going on right now. So all I'm going to do is select this this whole area because I'm just going to go ahead and do one text and have it play out the entire time. Then I'm going to go to filters. If filters is not on, you can just turn it back on like that. So then you're just going to hit the plus sign, and then you're going to scroll all the way down to text simple. And then select this and type whatever you want to. And then this is something else I will tell you, like, it took me forever to learn this. I was constantly trying to, like, adjust the size of the font, like, by doing that, which is not cute. It's not a vibe. That is not a vibe, no. The way to get it the way you want it is to be consistent. So I did Times New Roman, and then I went over to font and did 50. And I do 50 across the board. I always do 50. So that way that's all the same size. And then if you notice, it has something next to it that says use font size. Right now it's still at that generic font size unless you select it. And then it goes down to being small. Another thing to remember is this is not the size of somebody's screen. So right now that looks like, it doesn't look like you could read it. That is still not the size of somebody's screen. Like, you just have to remember that it's bigger on somebody else's screen, and that's something I always used to make a mistake of, is like lettering was huge, and if you go back and watch my other videos. So yeah, I do all of that, and then I just slide it up slightly, not too much, but just off the edge just a little bit. There was something else I was gonna do. So I clicked S to cut it, like we already talked about, and then select this side. It's this button here. It's called Ripple Delete. So I'm just going to click X and it gets rid of it. I literally, my life is so much easier with these shortcuts. It's incredible. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Vlogmas and I will see you guys. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing, that bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bell time and jingle bell time, dancing and dancing in jingle. Okay, I'm back with one of the most annoying but also extremely important things that I've learned, which is these stupid videos, which I did not film this sideways. I filmed it like I'm filming this clip right now. And for some reason, my camera was just like, I wish there was a meme I could reference, because that is a memeable moment. Just the camera being like, you know, I don't know. It's so aggravating. You can fix it. It's annoying, but you can fix it. So you're going to click and drag it, just like you can do with all the other clips. Remove the empty space. I do that instead of lining it up because it just saves time and it's common sense. I always make sure that the cursor, is that the cursor? Tracker? Whatever this line thingy is over it, so I will actually see what I'm doing. If you put this over here, you can be altering this clip because this is the clip that's selected and you won't have any idea what you're doing. So, or you won't see what you're doing. So you go over to filters again. Like, the majority of what you do on Shotcut is filters. And I'm going to go to rotate and scale. Pretty self-explanatory. But I have learned, because I've been doing this for a while, is you can just go and that immediately turns it. Rather than what I was doing before was doing it by hand, and it was never perfect. And I was like, it's not going perfect. And then I was like, oh, I could totally just, just do that. And then you take the scale, because obviously that's zoomed out and you really don't want that. And you just scale it to 100% instead of 100. Oh, hello. I hate it when it does this. open audio, and then type in mute. And it's right there. And you select it and it mutes it. Like so. And I'm just going to do that with all of those, and we're going to play music over it. And it's a bit more cohesive, I feel like. Now I'm going to show you how to time-lapse. You're going to select the clip that you want to time-lapse. And then you're going to, oh, no, sorry. This is the only thing that I know of that I do that is not a filter. It's actually properties. Again, same thing. If you accidentally get closed out of this, you can still open it up again right here. I tend to go, like, you don't really notice the speed until you hit 4. And then you're like, oh yes, this is time lapse. And obviously you don't want to be listening to, so you need to mute it. So then it will also be choppy on Shotcut, but again, it's the same thing. If you export it, it won't be choppy.
Jingle bell rock, jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing, but bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell rock, jingle bell time and jingle bell time, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square, in the frosty air.
So I'm going to actually add some of those pictures. Click and drop. Okay, so that's perfect timing wise. But now we just need to select, and we need to size and position. And then obviously we don't want it that big or in that area. So I'm going to do probably 3 pictures, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So that's the first one. Now, how do you add a second one? That's very simple. All I'm going to do is add another video track. And you be able to see that. All right, and I'm going to, when I insert the next picture, it's going to be a little bit later. So it'll be like bop, 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 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to drag and drop, but a little bit later. And you be kind of like here. And then I'll do one more over in that corner by adding another video track. Size and position. To shrink you. Like this, probably. Again. Oop, I definitely need this. Great pictures. Thanks to the Winter Wonderland photo. Okay, and then I'm just going to match to this first one. And they're all going to disappear at the same time. So all you have to do, I don't even have to look up here. All I have to do is hit S and then X. And then select this one and go S, X. Back on. For some reason that didn't work. Back on the no, okay, 11th, I think. Go check that vlog. Okay, now this is a very good thing to know. Now, because you have multiple different areas, if I take anything out, like if I made a cut here and here, and I removed this, these up here on another video, whatever, they're not going to move. They're going to stay. So that means you're now not aligned. If you want to be aligned, you click this button here, which is Ripple Edits across all tracks. So, audio. Let's jump into it. You're going to create an audio track instead of a video track right here. And then you're going to go to open file just like you would with anything else, except instead of adding a video. You can add a video, and if you put it into an audio track, it'll just turn it into an audio. Like there won't be any video. But I tend to just find copyright-free songs. So the first thing I do in this is I fade in audio, and then I listen to it. So apparently and obviously that is way too loud. So the next thing you're going to do is add the next filter, which is gain/volume, and then you're going to play around with it. This is completely independent. It's dependent on how loud your audio is in the video, and then it's dependent on what song you're using and how loud that is. So it's honestly by ear. So right here, I'm going to cut it. Do the out. And then a little bit past here, I'm going to cut it. So obviously in our intro, we are going to want the sound like all the way up. But here we don't want it all the way up, so we want it to fade into. But if you use the fade in or fade out filter, it will completely fade in or completely fade out. It will not do it graciously or like part way. So if you want to do it part way, you need keyframes. So first I'm going to select this one actually, and I'm going to refresh, and that will take it back to its original volume. Like that. And then this one is still 22.5. So then we go to keyframes, and I always zoom in on keyframes just so that I can, move around and see what I'm doing. So we want this over here, because this is the end, to be 100%, and the other side, that's a horrible sound, to be 22.5. So that it matches the clip that it just left. And then you should be able to pull it back. Okay, see what happened there was it reversed it, and I've been noticing that it's very undependable in my opinion. I don't understand it. I understand it, but I don't understand it. Oh, no, I get it. We did nothing wrong. Okay, negative 22.5, and this is original. It wasn't the computer, it was just me. Okay, now it should work. Negative, not normal.
Now I'm gonna do the out.
Okay, so it gazed in, and then gazed in. It eased in. Now we need to ease it back out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it a little bit before Jingle Bell Rock remix. And I'm going to start it over here. And it does have a slight, entrance or intro, but it's not quite enough. So I'm gonna still fade in, but I'm gonna change this because I want it to fade in here. So all you do is grab that like circle and pull it back, and it's really cool. So it's still choppy because the music playing in the background for me. So you know what we can actually do is select this and fade out audio and match it. Oh, right about there. It's a little bit better. I would actually. Oh, maybe actually the opposite direction. Okay, the weird thing is it's actually fading out video. Oh, no, I do not want you to fade out video. I just want you to fade out. Yeah, I think that's much better. Okay. So a lot of stuff is just like figuring it out, messing around. See you guys in the next video. Obviously, I have to refresh this one as well. See you guys in the next video. And there we have it. Now that we have all of that done, all we have to do is export. File, export video, export file. I think that's all I'm going to get done tonight because it's 10 o'clock. Also tomorrow I have to wrap presents and possibly bake cookies. And I think that's it actually. And watch every other Christmas movie. God bless us, everyone. Merry Christmas. And I will see you tomorrow. She's very tired. Good night.